Welcome to the sports segment here on the AM show. I'm Benedict. We'll go straight into our stories this morning. And in line with the presidential directives, the National Sports Authority has announced the individual non-contact sports that can resume their respective training sessions to prepare for upcoming championships. Now, yesterday, they released a statement to this effect, and I'll go through the sporting activities that can resume training. Will be on your screen pretty shortly. So that was a statement released by the National Sports Authority in line of government directive, which was issued by Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the President of the Republic of Ghana, to have non-contact sports resume training. So 14 of them: athletics, badminton, we have boxing, okay, volleyball is a team sport, so that's not part. Squash, canoeing, rowing also is part. The 14 will be on your screen. So non-contact sports to resume training sessions, as I've mentioned, and we'll get that for you. And so there you go. The 14 that I was talking about, I mentioned athletics, talked about badminton, table tennis, we have tennis, golf, powerlifting, weightlifting, cycling, drought, power sport, and the power sport. We are talking about the individual non-contact, that's power sport, rowing and canoeing, baseball and softball, horse racing, and then squash. So that was a statement released by the National Sports Authority last night. Now, let's get a reaction to this. We are joined via Zoom by the President of the Ghana Badminton Federation, that's Mr. Evans Yeboah. Mr. Yeboah, thanks so much for joining me here on the show this morning. Of course, this is a welcome news for your federation and the other federations. Okay, we are unable to establish contact with Mr. Yeboah, who is President of the Badminton. When we do so, we'll definitely speak to him here on the show. I understand we have Mr. Yeboah, so let's quickly get to Mr. Yeboah. Thanks so much for joining me, Mr. Yeboah. Now, I was asking that yesterday the National Sports Authority released a statement which your federation, that's badminton, you are in there, you can resume your training session. So this, of course, is a welcoming news for you.
I mean, it is very exciting for us because we've had a lot of engagement with the government regulatory bodies over the last few weeks, and this has enhanced the decision that was made. So for us, it came as a welcome news. What was also important for us is that it will enable us to start our training sessions, and the guidelines that we have issued to our own members yesterday also gave credence to what we need to do. For example, make sure that sanitize before you begin your game. Also make sure that you have your racket and then your shuttlecocks are non-shareable. Okay. You also have to make sure that doubles play, it's also coming from the same household. So these are the summary of basically most of the enactment of guidelines that we have provided for our association yesterday. All
right, so now you've enacted some protocols to ensure the safety of your athletes. So how soon are you starting training?
Oh, we're starting training on Saturday.
Oh, this coming Saturday?
This Saturday, okay. Largely because most of the venues needs to be either disinfected and clean up and all of that. So we'll go through those basic operational details. And then largely this Saturday, all our members nationwide can begin.
I can see the excitement, you know, in your voice and your face. How about your athletes? What's been their reaction to this?
Well, they are very excited because the last 11 weeks they've been training indoors, which is basically focusing on stamina training, build up to what they need to do. But now we can go and then play in our own format of play, which is very important for most of the elite athletes within what we have in the country.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Yeboah, for joining us here on the AM show.